usually forget everybody's names in like 2 seconds, but maybe you'll remember something. First step, obviously dig your hole. You know, they say 2 times the size of the pot. You can go smaller, you know, it is going to be rocky. It is going to, sometimes you're going to have to pull out some rocks. So do the best you can with your hole. You are going to want to plant it so it's level with the dirt. Your root ball is level with the dirt. If you have extra soil at the end, I would say kind of make a little berm on the downhill side so that it can collect some rainwater and stay moist.
That's good.
Yeah, so you're going to loosen up your soil, you're going to remove your rocks and any roots that are in there, which you shouldn't have too much of here. I do have a bag down there with containers of lime. We are going to add just a little bit, like 1 to 2 tablespoons of lime, and just mix it in with the dirt. I don't think I have 30 containers of it. I probably have more like 20, so you probably have to share that a little bit and do the best you can with adding the lime. As long as we don't add too much, there should be enough for every tree, but we might run a little short, and that's okay.
I'm sorry, did you say how much?
1 to 2 tablespoons.
Okay,
so just give it a little sprinkle, mix that in with the soil. These trees are grown in what's called a root maker pot. That's one of the things that Southern Highlands Reserve figured out was these pots, which are great because they actually prevent trees from getting root bound. And even these older trees shouldn't be root bound. They said they popped out pretty easy. If they do have roots, you know, running in circles around the ball, you can just kind of tease them apart a little bit with your fingers just so they won't keep growing in circles. But I think they should be pretty good. And then you're just going to want to, you know, hold it between your fingers above the hole, give it a tap, and it should pop right out. And if you do it above the hole, like the fertilizer and all the good stuff that's in there will fall into your hole. And yeah, you can see the roots
good.
look good. This hole is actually a little big, so we're just gonna.
But it's probably
Where's the
not
line?
gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then you just set your tree in your hole. So again, so it's level, and
Having sprinkled some lime in.
yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, I didn't bring the line. Thank you.
But we'll
I'll
remember
come back and add it.
So when's the best time to sprinkle the lime in?
I would do it.
Halfway?
Yeah, if you have like a little loose soil on the bottom, you can do that and,
Right.
and shake it in, or your extra dirt that you're going to backfill with, you can sprinkle it on and just kind of mix it in with that dirt and then push it in. So yeah, sort of
The
as
point
your.
is not at the bottom and not as a top dressing, but mixed in with the.
I think that that's best, but I think it works.
Yeah.
You know, if you
It's gonna
forget.
work. It's gonna work its way
Right.
in.
If you forget and have to put it on top, I think that's fine too.
So this is a question that I've pondered for a while. It's on a slope.
Yeah.
So to make it level, do you make the
Right.
lower end level or the upper end level?
That is a good question.
You're the expert.
But
I would make it so that you don't.
Halfway in between.
Yeah, I guess I would be. I don't really know the answer to that. You don't want like a huge bunch of it sticking up or a huge bunch of it below. So yeah, maybe more like the halfway.
Halfway.
I put the lower end level
Yeah.
so I can build up a little berm around it.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that that's something like. Yeah,
I've
we
had
haven't really
really-
discussed that, and I don't really have a good answer for that.
I've had really good success with red
Okay.
spruce, but
Okay.
I can't say that it's because of that.
Yeah. And then, you know, the most important thing, I'm not gonna make you all stand here while I do all this. Thank you. The most important thing is once you have it in the ground, you really need to pack down that soil around the roots, especially since we're not watering the trees in, because we don't want air pockets around the roots. We want it to be tight. And so, you know, I tend to use my fist and really stamp it down maybe like halfway when you have it half full, and then put the rest in, and then I'll go around and just kind of step all around it to get it good and packed in there.
Yeah, that's the key. Don't wait till you've got all the dirt in.
Yeah, do it as you kind of go along.
And if you're on a steep slope, you want it plumb, right? You don't want it like
Right,
this.
you want it sitting up straight. Yeah, for sure. And these trees look great. You can see all the new growth on it right there. Let me just check and make sure I'm not
How
forgetting.
about spacing?
So, okay, this is a good question. You don't even have to think about it because there are pin flags for every single tree that you need to plant. All
Are you
have
serious?
to do, yes, I already did that. All you have to do is go to a pin flag and plant the tree. So,
And then what should we do with the flag?
Leave the flag in the ground for now. Yeah, we're gonna come back. I have to figure out some monitoring stuff. We're gonna monitor a subset of them. And so we'll probably end up pulling a bunch of flags, but leave them all in there for now. If you're at a spot that is just like too rocky, or like there's no way I can plant a tree here, you can go ahead and move, move whatever 5-10 feet away. Just bring the pin flag with you and put it in wherever you plant it. Yeah, the spacing here with feedback from State Park, we kind of decided on about 100 trees per acre. Plus we did some clumps with higher densities. So I think on the uphill side, we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 of the trees right now, plus Holland's going to put out a few more flags because we actually got more trees than we thought we were going to get. And yeah, so they're spaced out like 20 to 25 feet apart, and then you'll see there's 3 areas where we clumped them a little tighter. You'll see that. But basically the area is like, there's an opening kind of upslope. There are some trees filling in naturally, but it's I think it just takes like a crazy long time. In 100 or 200 years, this may restore itself. And that is happening. Spruce is sort of restoring itself, but it's taking a long time. So we're trying to kind of quicken that pace up so that it's better ready for climate change.
So do you do this? Do you
Yes, you can definitely
plug in the?
Yeah, if you don't have enough soil, yeah, just pack in those clumps around it.
So it's okay to put the grass back in?
Yeah, I would try to get as much soil kind of off of it as you can. But yes, you can go ahead and fill the top with what you can, and then at the end just go around and really stamp it in. Sharon, you wanted to?
Yeah, just to answer or add in more on the spacing. So we were looking at what you guys have found in research from other spruce restoration groups on the spacing and what was successful, but we also wanted to not plant this as a plantation, right? Like in nice neat rows and grid patterns. Like we want to emulate natural succession, so it's a little messier and a little wonkier and clumpier. That's how it would have filled in naturally on its own. So we want to try and emulate that. And we also want to leave space, because this is just kind of half of the equation, right? We're starting with the spruce, but we also want Fraser fir here. And so we want to be able to have that right density with good success survival rate of what we put, that if some die out, it's okay. We can always come back with more, and we want to leave room for the Fraser fir in the long run, kind of long-term visioning.
Yeah, and I'll also say, like, once this blackberry starts to get shaded out a bit, you can see it happening around these islands. Like, there's not blackberry growing, like, right at the edge of those spruce clumps. And so other stuff can get hold, and so you see, actually, there are some seedlings of fir and spruce in those little islands, and, like, bryophytes coming back, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, no, Kevin had an interesting tidbit about this site that I didn't know. Where is Kevin?
He's over there. Hi.
Oh yeah, tell us your.
So this was intentionally cleared and burned back in the late 40s for a ski slope. Instead of the restaurant, they were going to build a ski resort, and the state realized that they didn't have the funds to do that, so they built a restaurant instead. So that's been probably
Hallelujah.
7 years ago.
Thank goodness.
These trees are
Okay, I've come to my first flag. I brought 2 trees with me, but one's going here and one's going somewhere else. Some beautiful little trillium. I don't know which one this is. It's just really short, tiny. I hope y'all can hear the hermit thrush. So beautiful. Or it could be Pan playing his panpipes out there somewhere. Could that be any more special with the dew? It's beautiful. Bluettes or Quaker ladies. It's been socked in all day. I can't really show you all the view, but it's beautiful. That's about half the crew up ahead of me. We're done. We finished. Amazingly fast.